go to these agencies, right, the marketing piece, and let them know who you are, what certifications you have, how you can help them resolve their problems, right? Because you have to be a problem solver, and that you're interested in participating in their local obligation spends, right? So you have to do that. They have to know. They don't know that you exist because you have a business license. They don't even know, right? So you have to look for the contracting officers, the small business liaisons at agencies, and let them know that you exist and stay on their radar. And then once you're on their radar, anytime something comes up that falls within your wheelhouse, if you're at top of mind, they're going to call you first.
You know, you are now a coach, right? So
Yes.
not only are you eating well,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, from government contracts, you decided, you know what, abundance is my birthright.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So I'm not gonna hold all of this information to me because it's not scarce. There's enough for everybody out there. And so, you know, you decided that, you know what, I'm going to start teaching people how to, you know, obtain government contracts. And you know, you have students, and you know, when we read your bio earlier, you have students that have made millions of dollars.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about your program and and some of the success your students have had.
So for me, it's like, because I didn't have a roadmap, it took me a little while longer than I wish it would have, right, to get there. And so I created a pathway to help my clients get there faster. I wanted to teach this information because it's not in the books. Nobody teaches it. I have college degrees. Like, I have a master's degree, a doctorate degree, all this stuff in business, right? And never once have I ever heard of government contracts until I talked to my fellow brother man, right? And he was like, you know what?
Right.
And you know what? I'm going to be the big mouth to tell everybody about this. And so for me, I wanted to empower other people who look like me. And I wanted to empower other women, especially, to create millions for themselves, because there's power in money, right? And so, and also, so I have clients that come from similar backgrounds, barely making ends meet, all those things, who within their first 6 to 9 months, and some of them even faster than that, are landing $250,000 contracts. In fact, Remy, I think you may know him, Remy Jules, who's in real estate, but that young man secured his first $1 million contracts within 4 weeks of learning the system. So I created a fast track, right, for people. I just had a client, her name is Magda. Just yesterday, she called me and she started my program 6 weeks ago. And she said, you know what, I landed my first $150,000 contract doing CPR virtual classes for the government.
What?
Virtual. You don't even got to get out of your bed.
Wow.
You know, you do the Zoom dress, put on your top, right?
Wow.
That's it. And so it's life changing.
Yeah.
It's changing people's lives. And so for me, it was very important to create a blueprint to teach other people, because, like, for me, I've never been the crab in the bucket mentality. I've always wanted to share information. In fact, it's always been a part of just me as a person. Whenever I would get information, I would share it. Like, even before government contracts, whenever I learned about, like, how to get free money, that type of stuff, where to get grants, like, I would always go back and tell people. But sometimes people, you know, they hear this information and it doesn't, you know, they don't do anything with it. And so, but for me, it's still my job to continue to empower people with information that can change their life, because, like you said, the money is there. The only people that are not there are those who are not doing government contracts. But when you show up, you show up and you can literally change your life.
Man. And that's a good point, right? For those who are action takers, because if you take action and you start getting government contracts, then that means you're in the system now. And then, you know, you can continue to get government contracts, but then also you become a pool of, or like a resource
for them,
for the government, you know, once they are aware and looking for contract. So is there like advantages or like some best, you know, practices as it relates to connecting with your, like your government office? Like, is it, are there particular people that you're looking for? Is it a website?
Yep.
What is the best practice to kind of secure
Yeah.
government contracts?
So best practices. So I have ideally a 4-point methodology that I empower my clients with, and that is, it's called the BCMP system, right? B stands for business foundation. First, you have to have your business foundation set correctly. C stands for certification. So it's not enough just to be a minority-owned business or a woman in business or a disadvantaged or local business, right? There's an application process that you have to go through to officially be designated with that, right? And with that, I call that the golden ticket, right? And with that, it gives you power to be able to go to these agencies, right, the marketing piece, and let them know who you are, what certifications you have, how you can help them resolve their problems, right? Because you have to be a problem solver, and that you're interested in participating in their local obligation spends, right? So you have to do that. They have to know. They don't know that you exist because you have a business license. They don't even know, right? So you have to look for the contracting officers, the small business liaisons at agencies, and let them know that you exist and stay on their radar. And then once you're on their radar, anytime something comes up that falls within your wheelhouse, if you're at top of mind, they're going to call you first, right? And then lastly, the P, it stands for proposals, right? Respond to the opportunities that they're putting out. They'll start emailing you, like, here's opportunities, or you can go to the websites and look at the opportunities that they're asking for services or products of, right? And then you just respond to there. It's a call and response thing, right?
Wow. Talk about that challenge and the experience that you're going to be taking them through for 5 days.
Absolutely. So it's definitely an immersion experience. And for those who participate in the 5-day challenge, you will never view business the same. Like, we are uncovering multiple millions of dollars, pots of money. So I show them pots of money. Not only do you come and you learn about how to qualify for government contracts, you know exactly what you need to have to get started. You learn who is buying your stuff and how much they're spending on it. So you understand your value. So most people have a goal of, like, making 6 figures. That's small. When they see the money that's on the table, we help you raise the roof of that, right? Raise the threshold, because after you add up all the monies that's specifically promised to you from the government, that goes from like 6 figures to multiple millions, that goal easily, right? By the end of the challenge, you will be pre-qualified to actually sell to the government. And so it's a really amazing experience. I recommend everyone, before you can even work with me in my program, because I don't work with everyone inside my larger program, it's like you have to get pre-qualified and you have to really understand this stuff, because I want to make sure that people are ready and they're equipped to succeed in this. It's not for people who want to make quick money. It's not for that. It's not for that. It's for people who literally want to create generational wealth, change their life, build a legacy, go back to their communities and bring these monies and be the change maker. That's what it's for, right? And so the GovCon Challenge is like the best, greatest experience, and I'm just like honored to be able to present that to people.